Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out the Keeper of Four Elements. You might be wondering why the bloody hell you're checking this one out, because it's an SPL game as you can see in the bottom right there. So why would you bother checking out one of their games considering they release like 6 or 7 tower defense games a year? Well, they actually finally realized that I do what I do, which is do gameplay videos of games like this. And they sent me review code. So I'm like, fuck it, I gotta do it now. So I'm just going to put this up on the same day as the weekly update because I expect this video to be quite short. There's no options menu or anything, so we're going to hop straight into it. Battalion Commander, I also got code for that. That'll be tomorrow. So this is the map of the island, which is your level select screen, and I'm on the 5th level. There's 15 levels overall. And the idea is you play a level on easy, medium, or hard, and if you beat it on easy, you get 1 star. If you beat it on medium, you get 2, plus the 1 from easy mode, and of course hard gets you all 6. I played the level before this and the level I'm on at the moment 4 or 5 times on the easiest difficulty each, and I don't know how I even won that one, but there you go. So you got upgrades you can get with the stars that you earn in each one of the levels. So you can upgrade your individual towers and your 4 superpowers here. Your individual towers, the game doesn't tell you this by the way, the only thing that you can really work out by yourself is that the stone tower does splash damage, but all the other towers are weak and strong against particular enemy types, so you have to keep a relatively balanced position out of all of them. The problem is that it's really hard to tell who's weak to what just by looking at them, and that means you have to remember them. Which is bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Like, seriously. It's the worst thing in the goddamn world. Your 4 superpowers are Earthquake, which does damage to everything on the map. Meteorite, which does damage to everything in an area. Tornado, which goes back along the path and does damage. And the Storm, which slows people down. You can also upgrade your Monk. And your Monk is your very last line of defense. He acts like a tower in and of himself. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's also the Keeperpedia. This is the only way you would know what the different elemental towers are for are to go to the Enemypedia and check the elemental resistances. And even then, I don't know if these elemental resistances are, they're weak to this kind or they're strong to this kind. Seriously, this is, it's not very good at all. And seriously, you wouldn't even notice this unless you actually bothered to go and have a look. The Towerpedia does tell you about all your different towers and stuff like that. You can upgrade to different towers as you go along, but considering that you have to remember all of this bloody stuff, it's just annoying as hell to me personally. But yeah, the different towers do elemental damage to different things, so it's better to keep your upgrades as balanced as possible. You can also go to the Skillpedia to learn what your superpowers do, and the English in this game isn't fantastic. I'll put it that way. Like, you won't get this power until 5 map. Yeah, don't ask me why. That's one of the things you get when you don't have all the powers unlocked. So let's just go and play. We'll play level 3 first, just as a demonstration as to how this game tends to go normally. We'll play it on hard, just for the purpose of demonstration. If I play through on easy on the ones after this, you'll be able to see what's going on. So, you get an initial period to put down your towers. It's not really that much to worry about, so I'll just put down 4 individual towers and I'll hit go. And I don't have access to all the superpowers yet, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. It would have been nice to take them all back, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? You can fast forward the action by tapping on the button in the bottom left. You'll earn money by defeating the grunts, and you can activate the next wave early in order to actually bring along more grunts. To get more money, but you bring along more grunts more quickly. Which is, like, the only interesting thing this game does. Like, honest to God, there is nothing else to this game whatsoever. You can upgrade your towers, as I showed you with the Towerpedia, but other than that, there's really not that much else. You do have these special powers here that let you do things like slow troops down, and for some reason that guy just completely ignored the fact that I had the Storm out. And you can, well, there's really nothing else you can do, really. That's pretty much it. Here's the tornado, by the way. That's what the tornado looks like. You don't even get to choose what path it goes down, so if the big guy that you're extremely worried about has decided to come down one path, well, you're kind of screwed, aren't you? Powers recharge over time, but it's really fucking slow. So it's you do really have to be conservative with your powers, but the problem is being conservative with your powers requires you remember just what the bloody hell came down these paths beforehand, and that's just shit, honestly. It's really shit. Shaman there, it can heal people, which is annoying because you can't order your towers to target one particular person, and as you saw there, we almost had the Shaman down, but it just wasn't enough. You do have to upgrade your towers, but again, considering that you have to remember the environmental resistances of pretty much everything, it just seems a complete waste of time to build or upgrade one tower. You can sell your towers, but yeah, I'm really not impressed. Could you tell? Really? And seriously, this is on the hard mode, and it's a pushover. Absolute pushover. The difficulty spike comes on map 4. Map 4 is retardedly difficult in comparison to map 3. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but they really don't know how to balance their game, I gotta say. It's just surprisingly difficult. Massive pain in my ass. I'll just bring in the final wave nice and quick. It's just one of these fat bastards. They bring along like 10 of these guys in the final map. There's really not that much to do. It's not that engaging, and as I said, the difficulty spike and the just how much information the game decides to keep from you is retarded. Like, so you can't even see the environmental resistances of the enemies by tapping on them here. That would be the one useful thing you could put down here, because you can see a rough approximation of the guy's health. You can see how much he'll take off your health counter if you walk through the door, if he walks through the thing you're trying to protect, obviously, but you can't see the fucking resistances. I don't see the point. Easy mode, I guess. Why not? So here we go again. Now it's going to tell me about my towers. So, alright, I'll put an earth there for the splash damage. That, water, fire, and another earth. Another psychic. Not the best balance, but fuck it. I really don't care. This game is absolutely nothing special. And I do not enjoy playing it in the slightest, if you want me to be perfectly honest. I was never a very big fan of tower defense to begin with, but yeah, it's not even remotely notable game in the slightest, and that's why I don't like it, because it doesn't do anything special. Hell, even Field Runner was slightly more neat than this game was. This game is just not enjoyable in the slightest, if you want me to be perfectly honest. And I assume you do, because why the fuck would you be watching me otherwise? So, I'll show off the third power now. Well, I'll show off the third power when I can, more or less. When there's, you know, an actual point to using it. Yeah, I just realized I only have one water tower in this entire goddamn level. You might as well just keep the entire game in fast forward. Like, I don't really see the point otherwise. Using superpowers is a bit of a bitch, by the way, because you have to tap them, then you have to tap the level, but sometimes it just doesn't detect that you've tapped on the level. So, it's just like, hey, you wanted to use that superpower, did you? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't feel that. Tap more closely next time. There's your goddamn meteorite, by the way. So, yeah, he's made it through. He's going to deal tons of damage to me. It just feels unfair having the element system be so just in the background, really. Like, seriously, a way to tell who's weak to what would be great. Like, why can't I have, say, a water theme for the troops, or a earth theme, or just something that visually changes them to make them look different? I really don't understand what the point is to not having, like, any sort of visual difference whatsoever with them. It sucks in so many ways. It really does. I don't see the point. Ninjas, most annoying enemy, because they just disappear, and you can't hit them, no matter what, while they're invisible. Pointless, absolutely pointless. I'll upgrade that. That flame tower can be next upgraded. Game's performance isn't very good. It tends to slow down a bit, especially when you start bringing the powers out. The frame rate will just drop into the single digits out of nowhere, and it's honestly really frustrating to see. So yeah, I'm basically about to lose, but I'll slow them down and just try and hurt them anyway. But I got nothing. Here's the giant. The giant is a dick. Because he's literally just a tank. That's all he is. You just have to wail on him and hope he goes down before he gets to the end. And that's the end of the stage. That's seriously all there is to it. Like, I'll play one more stage just for the purpose of demonstration, but seriously, it's not worth your time at all. Like, the game's $2.99 or something like that, and it's like 50 meg. But it's seriously not even worth that. I cannot be bothered to say, this game is recommended. I'm not going to. Well, I did just say it there, but you get the point. I do not, under any circumstance, recommend you play this game. There is no point. You will be bored of it like I am. I'll demonstrate Earthquake. No, that wasn't the kit. That was literally the Vita having a fit, trying to apparently draw that effect. I'm legitimately not sure why the Vita has such a problem with that, but it does, so there you go. So yeah, can you tell any difference between the hard mode of like stage 3 and the easy mode of stages 4 and 5? Me neither. I legitimately don't know what they were going for there, but it's clearly not working for them. Better slow as many people down as I possibly can and upgrade these towers at the end of the route, but it's not like it's going to help me in the slightest because seriously, like, there goes a fat bastard. I'm going to lose like 5 hearts off him, and there goes them, and yeah, I'm going to lose. Like, there's no doubting that I'm going to lose this one. I might as well just let him go. It's not like it matters, but yeah, I'm legitimately not sure why stages 4 and 5 have such an absurd difficulty spike, but they do. And that when that giant gets to the end, that's it. Like, seriously, there's no way it's not going to make it to the end. My towers just aren't strong enough. I legitimately don't know what they want me to do, but it's obviously what I haven't been doing? Oh, maybe the giant isn't going to make it to the end, but I tell ya, all those guys are. I do have the storm available, so I can just use that again. I'm amazed how the Vita can perform this badly with such simple effects. Huh. I'm actually alive. Like, who would have thought, right? I'm just gonna bring in as many as possible. Come at me, bros, etc., etc., etc. Might as well send a tornado back along this route. And I do have access to Earthquake again. It took, what, 10 waves to get Earthquake again? That's the Earthquake, but oh no, the spy didn't actually manage to get through. Who would have thought? Fucking spies. Well, apparently I managed to do something right, because I somehow managed to fuck up this level like 5 or 6 times, and yet this time this seems to be going a fair bit. I opened my mouth and I am dead. Yeah, probably shouldn't have tried to force that too much, but whatever, I don't really care. There's nothing special about the Keeper of Four Elements in any way, shape, or form, and I do not recommend you buy it, even for the $2.99 they're asking. Go play Pixel Junk Monsters or something else other than this. Pixel Junk Monsters is well worth your time more than this is. So, this has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.